Oh, all right. Two-way tunnel traffic. Hey. Whoops. Hey, everyone. Well, you're pushing back on the back of the chair.
This is not our area.
This is not our house.
No.
We are actually staying at a Hampton Inn.
Yeah.
In Bedford. And what exactly are we doing in Bedford?
Went to see a race.
Yes.
A first time. Sorry, I won't push back.
We can't. I'm on the spinny chair with wheels, and it goes back. It reclines.
The first time we're at Bedford Speedway.
Yes, and we'll get to that in just a minute, but I do want to give a quick little shout out to Hampton Inn because
We'll be back after these commercial breaks.
because okay, so this is our first time staying in a hotel during this crazy, times, and I gotta say, so when they added these. Okay, so one is on the door and one's on the side of the door. It's kind of folded. That's how you know your room's been cleaned. And when we came in, it smelled so good. It was just not that it ever smells bad, but I don't know what cleaner they're using, but it smelled so clean and so fresh.
Yeah.
And
there's also a sign on the window, the one window, that tells you what all they clean extra. They do extra cleaning on handles and surfaces and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. And along with your, free mini soaps and stuff like that, now they have these little hand wipes. And I just noticed them by what's happening.
I forgot too.
So we're not really prepared. But what else? What else you got?
They also put this over your remote.
Oh, okay.
To show that the remote has been cleaned as well.
And there's a lot of different, but it doesn't feel like you're staying in a hospital or anything like that. But it does, even when we came back from the race last night, it still had that really clean, fresh smell. And so Hampton Inn, I don't know what you're using, but it smells really good. But the stay has been good. The pillows were nice and soft. The bed was not.
Bed was nice for me.
Yeah. He likes more of a firm. I like fluffy. So that's just our personal preferences. But other than that, the shower was wonderful.
Yeah.
It has sliding glass doors, and it stayed hot for half an hour, 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I miss taking showers. I usually take bubble baths. But anyway, so putting that aside, let's get into Bedford. Okay.
Back to our show.
Yes. So, okay. So I didn't take the camera because I wasn't sure how that track felt about it. I know, at Williams Grove, there's signs that you're not really supposed to do any videography and stuff. So, it's a new place, and just wasn't sure. So sorry we don't have any visuals for you, but I will say it was definitely a different. It felt really different compared to the tracks we usually go to. So I would say we had to take a decent amount of steps to go down into where the grandstands were. It's at a fairground. It's in a fairground, so that's probably why. But we were sitting in the stands, covered stands. So that's kind of different from most tracks. I think Sealands Grove, has the only other one that does that. But there's also uncovered options at Sealands Grove too. But this one, the one thing I didn't like is the pit area is behind the grandstands, so you don't really get to hear and feel that roar of the engines that I love. One of the big things that I love about going racing is being able to, to experience that. And you didn't really get that because it was all muffled because everything's covered. The sound bounces off the wall, bounces right back at them. It was different. The finish line was about 50 feet before the flag guy, and the flag guy had different maneuvers. Like, he had different hand gestures. Like, I'm used to that.
Yeah.
And this guy was like that. Oh, somebody's calling. I don't know. So yeah, it was a different aesthetic to it. I actually kind of liked the concrete seating. It reminded me of like old school Lincoln. It got hard after a while, so if you don't buy a thicker padded seat padding. But what did you think?
It was nice. It was different. The concession stands were underneath the bleachers. Well, the concrete bleachers,
Yeah.
I guess you'd say. So you walk down the steps and go behind there, and it kind of had the Hershey Park Stadium feel to it.
Mm-hmm.
If anyone's been to the stadium at Hershey Park, it kind of feels like that back there. It wasn't bad. It was a pretty good race overall. I think for me though, as far as it goes, it's like a one and done track for me. It's a pretty far drive for us, but it's not just that. I'm used to the hometown tracks.
Yeah.
And we didn't know what to expect going into this. But the setup was pretty nice. I didn't like all those steps though. That was
yeah.
There was a lot of steps to get down to.
It was a lot of steps.
We had to sit at.
One of the other things is I'm used to. So you're looking at the track, right? And like here's the back stretch. Okay, so like at Lincoln they go into the pits here and they come out over on this side, right? Well, at this track it's all in turns 3 and 4, and they have to come down this little hill to get onto the track, and then they have to be wheeled up and around back up the hill. So it was kind of funny in a way. They'll just watch a line of cars being pushed up a little hill. But it was definitely different. It was unique compared to a lot of other tracks that we've been to.
It was a fun experience.
It was.
Just to be there
and I figured since it was a new track, I would try a new snack. I got these things called popper fries. It was basically like jalapeno poppers and fries mixed together. And it wasn't too spicy. If I ate a couple jalapenos one after the other, then yeah, it got to be a little kick, but not too bad. It was really good. So it was just like super duper cheesy. But it was good. It was a nice little snack. So the funny thing that happened yesterday before the race, my favorite driver was on a 4-wheeler, and we kind of waved at him, and he stopped the 4-wheeler and said, "Hey, how are you?" So I turned around and said, "Good." And he wasn't talking to me. And I was kicking myself the rest of the night thinking, oh my gosh, what an idiot. So I'm hoping he didn't hear me. Or if not, we'll just say that I'm just a random person that just shouts out random words like, good.
Great.
He was busting my chops for that last night. That
was... Now, because you just could not kind of like get over that the rest of the night.
Well, you finally got to see what I look like when I'm embarrassed and how I act when I'm embarrassed. I kick myself.
Well,
Not literally.
if it makes you feel better, I had looked back, when you said that, and he didn't look at us at all. So there's a good chance he
Didn't hear me.
didn't hear you
All
or
right.
didn't think that you were talking to him. So.
Good. Good. Yeah. So, I got a new hat last night. I have like so much Kyle Moody merch. And 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 they keep coming out with stuff. I want his new hoodie. The hoodie is amazing. But I wanted something from my favorite All-Star driver is Corey Eliason. And so originally I was thinking about getting a mini wing.
Yeah.
But I wanted something that I'm going to use. So I got a hat.
Yeah.
And now I can support my favorite All-Star driver. Kyle Moody's still my favorite driver.
Yeah.
He's my hometown
Yeah.
driver, but I have a favorite All-Star driver.
And we were talking about this too. It's like there's certain drivers that we like only race at certain tracks.
Mm-hmm.
The All-Star sprint cars travel, so do the World of Outlaws. They travel all across the country. And so I told her, I said, I'm picking an outlaw driver, I'm picking a local driver, and an all-star driver. Because that way, if we go to see an outlaws race or an all-star race or whatever, we at least have a favorite driver.
Mm-hmm.
So, and my goal, I think, is what I would like to do is collect a lot of the wing panels from all of the drivers.
Yeah. If we go to another All-Star this year, I'll probably get his wing panel. Because they are pretty sharp looking.
Yeah.
Although I gotta say, hats off to Moody because his is heavy, sturdy metal.
Yeah.
And the one you got from, was it Brock?
Yeah.
Brock Zierfoss is no, that wouldn't be plastic.
Yeah, I didn't realize that when I got it. I thought that all the wing panels were going to be the same.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, the others, even the other drivers, even all the other ones I looked at, they're smaller and flimsier. Kyle Moody's wing panel is legit. It is actually out of metal. I think metal.
Yeah, it's metal.
And so his is actually legit.
That thing will bust your toes if you drop it.
One thing, the difference is between his wing panel and the others' wing panels are not just metal, but the other ones, I picked up another one this past weekend, and the lady that I got it from, she's like, oh, he signed it and all and everything. I'm like, oh, cool, and I picked it up, and it was light as a feather.
Mm-hmm.
Kyle didn't sign his, but his is legit, and you can get him to sign it. So
He didn't sign it yet, but one of these days we're getting a pit pass, and I'm not gonna say good, unless he asks how I'm doing. Then I'll say it, but maybe I'll do it in a different accent so it doesn't sound like that weirdo from Bedford.
I'm sure that.
He didn't even hear me.
Well, not just that, but by the time we get into the pits, I'm sure he's not even going to remember that.
Oh no, they can't. The wife can't even remember what merchandise they sold.
Well, they have a lot on,
I didn't mean that as an attack. I just meant it's just thought it was funny. But
I would like if they could, if they would have more hat selections. That I would like.
yeah, you're more of a hat guy.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so the race itself, though, there was an exciting moment. The local driver, who came back to support everybody, busted through the wall in between turns 1 and 2. And, part of it's just gone. I'm sorry. He's okay. I'm laughing. I mean, but he's safe. You know, he's not hurt or anything. But yeah, they had to get up on ladders and like cut the flappy pieces off, and that was a huge delay last night.
Well, yeah, and basically, if you guys want to get a visual, what they do is they have a concrete wall that only goes up so high, and then they put these it's kind of like siding along that goes higher up, and that avoids from cars going out over the track, and it blocks out the noise somewhat. But they put wooden poles in so far apart, and then they put the siding up to keep cars from going out over or whatever. Well, he got up on the concrete wall and rode the concrete wall for like half a turn, and I think the front of his car caught an opening or caught one of the poles that was holding the siding up, and the car dug into the siding and just blew a hole. It just blew the siding apart.
What it looked like from where I was sitting is like if the top of the sprint car where the wings are is someone's head. It looked like he went and head-butted the thing. So, yeah, that was interesting. I've never seen anybody put a hole in the wall before. But he's okay. Like, he's safe. Eliason finished 4th. So, that was pretty cool. Not really happy with who won, but at least it wasn't Raymer.
Well, we won't get into who won. That's a bad word on our channel.
Yeah.
But yeah, Eliason did good. Kyle Moody had some type of car trouble.
Yeah. So.
My favorite driver, all-star driver, is I think Tyler Courtney. He drives
the NOS energy drink.
a NOS energy drink car. Oh man, I don't know what's wrong with my voice.
It's morning. We haven't had coffee or breakfast yet.
Yeah. So my favorite all-star driver finished 12th, I think. So he didn't
Still
do so
not
good,
bad.
but anyway.
Yeah. So that was our experience yesterday.
Yep. And so today we are going to explore Bedford.
Yes. So thank you for watching, and we'll check out and see what we're gonna do today.
Maybe catch some Bedford videos.
Yes.
Yep.
All right.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye.